Ooh, I'm looking forward to this. 20 minutes away from 8, partly cloudy, 63 right now, high today, 83. That's not what I'm looking forward to, although that forecast is beautiful. Debbie Georgatos is with us. ladiescanwetalk.org. She's a political strategist and an author and a speaker. And we got a couple of different topics we can talk about. But first off, let's go with gun control. Post-Orlando, it seems like the public is starting to embrace the idea of gun control, but you think the Republicans are a little too quiet on this matter.
I really do. And first of all, good morning, and thank you for having me, Charlie. You know, this issue, this stunt in Washington that Paul Ryan, he called it a stunt. The Democrats had their sit-in the floor of the Congress. But really, the Democrats are distracting America from what caused the Orlando massacre and the other acts of violence by Islamic extremists in America. The Republicans have a great opportunity to say, we wouldn't have had Orlando if we didn't have such political correctness that has pervaded the FBI, that has caused the FBI to drop the investigation of this guy after several people reported him to the FBI, so he's really saying outlandish things. We think he's dangerous. President Obama has taken many steps in the course of his presidency to introduce political correctness into the whole assessment of who's a danger to our country. There was a 2011 decision by the president to remove all references to Islam, jihad, Sharia from the training manuals for our federal security personnel, both in the military and the stateside. So this is a cause. The major cause of this problem in Orlando is the president and his political correctness. And the Democrats are really trying to distract America from focusing on it. And frankly, the bottom line of Orlando is just Islamic ideology that does teach violence toward members of the LGBT community. I mean, the Republicans have a great opportunity to point this out right now. That's what they should be doing.
Well, so while the Democrats are pulling a sit-in, you feel maybe there should be some press conferences, a full-court press, so to speak, on the Republican viewpoint here. And I guess I'd agree with you. I bet you I've got listeners that agree with that right now.
Yeah, just saying this isn't the issue. And honestly, this is part of why Donald Trump is going to be the GOP nominee, is because people in the heartland of America watch the GOP in Washington get pulled around by the nose by the Democrats. And so the Democrats say this is a gun control question, and all of a sudden the Republicans are willing to debate gun control. And there are great gun control arguments against it, what the Democrats are saying, but it's not really what the problem is. And this is the frustration people feel listening to Paul Ryan, who's practically conceding that the Democrats have raised a great point here on gun control. This does not play well in heartland America.
Brexit, the UK voting to leave the EU, which proves one thing: the polls don't know what they're talking about. I mean, they called it close, but they thought it was going to come down where they would stay. What does this mean for anybody that's listening right now, other than the fact that we've got the Dow down 531 right now in the futures?
Yeah, you know, it's really, I think it's a fabulous vote for really the Donald Trump crowd. And I was not a big Trump supporter in the primaries. I wasn't at all a Trump supporter in the primaries. But it's really a vote for and the Brexit vote in England, it's a vote for nationalism. People, they feel there is a British national identity, and it's been crushed by being members of the EU. It's been crushed by immigration policy that has brought many, many immigrants to England who are to Great Britain, who are taking away jobs, and who are changing the culture and the civility and the society of England. I think it's mostly a vote against, or it's a vote in favor of a national identity. It's not racist, it's not an ethnic thing, but it is a cultural identity of England that's being destroyed by the immigration policies being foisted on England by EU. It's very, very similar in ways to the issue we're talking about in America. Do we have a national identity that's going to cause us to stand up and say, we really need to get a hold of immigration. We need to get a hold of why do we bring people here who want to hurt us? This is I think Brexit, the heartland people spoke up there just like they're speaking up in America.
Yeah, there's a number of people that feel that way. Would a sharp president who understood economics maybe offer quietly behind the scenes right now an opportunity for the UK, the USA, Canada, or somebody to form a very loose economic union that would benefit us all and not peg our dollars all to each other?
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably some strategists should think that through thoroughly, but I think that part of the concern, you get concerned about how much sovereignty do you surrender, because that's really, it's kind of at the heart of the TPP and TPA debate in America, is are we surrendering sovereignty to some other, we think it's something that's going to help us, but how much of our own control of our country do we lose? And I don't know, I think right now people are more of a, in the mindset in America of let's just stand where our country's supposed to be, pull back from kind of false unions almost.
Or it'd be like getting a divorce and jumping right back into a marriage, maybe. Hey, we're running a little tight on time. Give me 30 seconds on President Obama's loss yesterday with the Supreme Court.
I thought President Obama's speech afterward really was petulant and uncalled for. He, in a very subtle way, was calling America racist, implying that if you don't agree with his policies, it must be because you're intolerant of other people. But it does make the Supreme Court composition this fall a number one issue in the fall election cycle. Getting that fifth vote in the Supreme Court will change everything.
Wow, that was awesome. Debbie Georgatos with ladiescanwetalk.org. Want to put you into Rolodex, get you back a couple of extra times.
I would just love it, Charlie. Great talking with you.